Tomorrow, Uganda will join the rest of the world to commemorate the International Labour Day to recognize the contributions and mistreatments of workers around the world. Today, a group of civil society organizations interested in labor rights say that the labor administration in the country needs to be streamlined to protect the workers.
Also call on government to review the Employment Act 2006, the Occupational Health and Safety Act 2006, and Workers' Compensation Act 2000 to protect people's workers and communities' right to dignity and livelihood.
So I think if you invest in your people by putting in reforms that can make your workers be productive and motivated, you will be able to build the economy.
This framework set the terms. So as an investor coming to invest in the country, they need to know that for me to run an investment in Uganda, these are the quality of jobs I should be providing to the citizens. It shouldn't be all about how many, the statistics. We have 10,000 employees, but how much do you pay them?
The rights groups are advocating for an increase in the number of judges in the industrial court so more labor cases can be resolved in time.
We do note that whereas each district is also mandated to have a labor officer, many districts do not have substantive labor officers in place. Even while we know that there are so many other districts that don't even have any, those in place also experience difficulty in executing their jobs due to underfunding to the labor functions.
We would like to see the industrial court performing. We want more judges in the court. We want the cases to be fast-tracked.
A section of legislators are also continuing to urge government to protect workers through the return of a minimum wage into parliament soon.
They did not pay the workers. About 700 workers lost jobs because of poor supervision and government support in to these investors. So the government, as a tripartite body between the employer and the employee, should seriously come out to protect all sides.
We need to look for ways and means of creating employment for the youth. It's good government has started with some programs which I believe, if well managed and handled, some jobs can be created.
When there is no remuneration or very little, or there is no motivation. There's no motivation to work, or someone is multitasking. Instead of doing one job, they do 3 jobs, so that they add all the money together to make a living.
Several Ugandans continue to work, and it is said about 67% of the people employed work on the basis of oral agreements.
Of all stakeholders, workers, employers, parliament, the leadership, the president, will request that he gives us support in this so that we have a law that can protect innocent workers.
The International Labour Organization estimates that 2.34 million people die due to occupational fatalities in the workplaces around the world every year. With this in mind, the rights groups want more efforts geared towards the protection of workers around the country. Juma Kiria, NTV.